So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania, and we're here in Franklin County today. I'm here at an unplanned visit. I was doing some French and Indian War filming today, and in the process of driving around these back roads, I came across this interesting spot that turns out to have some history and some trails to hike. And one trail in particular piqued my interest, so we're gonna check things out. So here's this cool old building, log cabin. Welsh Barons and Visitor Center. It goes by a different name here too. I'll show that to you in a moment. See if they have any maps up here for me to take with me, but I'll tell you what that word Barons means in a bit. You'll see maps up here though. Alright. Creaky porch. But there is some signs over here. I'll show you. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's called the Coconachie Institute. I think they also referred to as Rock Hill Farm. And check out the name of this trail. The brown trail is the Old Welsh Cemetery Loop. So I believe that's this one right here. I wonder if number 9 up there means the cemetery, but I think we're gonna check that out today. Doesn't look like it's too long. We're down, I think we're right here, I believe. So we'll head up the red trail. I might take a picture of this before I leave too, but this should be not too difficult to explore. All right, so let's head off. Looks like there's a lot of historical buildings here. I think it's all part of the institute here. A number of different signs. There's another old log cabin down there. It's kind of an interesting spot. I feel like I have to visit all that stuff over there too, but I want to get on that trail, see if there actually is a cemetery up there. Should mention too, we are racing against the clock too as far as weather. We'll see. The trails are not too long here. They do have all kinds of information boards here. Different Indian settlements, the Susquehannock, the Lenape. I'm not going to read everything for you here. We might come back some other time. I think some of these buildings were moved here. Several log cabins here. There's a wetlands trail down there. So this might be a cool place to come back in the spring, actually. Yeah, so for today I'm going to quick check out that trail, see if there is a cemetery up there, but I'm going to do some more research when I get home. Definitely worth coming back here. Looks like there's a lot of historical buildings here. Cool spot. You can always come back. All right. But you know what I'm going to say for that building right there. Yeah, I could totally live there. I mean, it's a quiet area. This road gets not much traffic at all up here. And then if you look back behind us, you don't really have a view of the mountains back here, but again, in the wintertime you do, but in the summertime they'll be all closed. You won't be able to see through the trees, but a beautiful place back here. Beautiful old log cabin. I think at times in the spring and in summer they have different activities going on here too, so it might be a better time to visit when they have different demonstrations going on. I'll have to look into that, like I said. But let's find this possible cemetery. Yeah, they have the sign for it. Old Welsh Cemetery Loop Trail. Yeah, so I'm kind of happy about finding this place because when I do these road trips, I try to make several videos for each road trip, just to make it, financially better that way, because you're spending quite a bit of gas money to go on some of these road trips. So it's nice to be able to make several different videos. But in this one, I didn't really find anything else. I wanted to make this. I hadn't made a French and Indian War episode for a while, so I kind of just came on this trip without having another place to visit, so this works out. Maybe we'll find a third place on the way home, but I doubt it with the weather coming. So this is cool. Plus there's an old cemetery maybe. So as I was driving all these back roads here in Franklin County looking for different sites of different forts for the French and Indian War, I was keeping my eyes open for other places too. Oh, boom! I see grave markers up here. Just like that. Wow. So we indeed do have a cemetery. Let's see what this says over here. The Old Welsh Cemetery. Well, there's a sign for you. Death and the Woodman. I guess it's a painting that someone did. Not sure what that's trying to say. I guess that says death comes to us all, regardless. Yeah, in the 1760s, Philip Davis. Yeah, oh, you know, that was one of the forts we did. Philip Davis, cool. Whose land bordered, yeah, willed 1 acre of his land near Welsh Run to serve as a burial ground. Cool. Some of the families here include Angle, Blair, Bowen, Davis. I can read all of them. Yeah. The earliest 18th century, so 1700s, headstones would have been simple stone or wood markers, so today they are lost to us. The earliest legible stones date to the early 19th century, as with many small cemeteries, time, weather, and farming have taken their toll. While the cemetery you see today is only a third of its original size, it was still active in 1891. Yeah. Oh, about a third of the markers are for children under 10. Wow. Yes, let's take a closer look. So it probably extended quite a bit more out that way, I would assume. Who knows, maybe the earliest markers were out that way, and then when they brought it away, like the wood markers, it just became like pasture or something. Although it seems like there's a marker. That's just a regular stone, it looks like down there, but yeah. Always kind of sobering. We'll read a few of them. Looks like David Owen. See, looks like 1819. There, David. A lot of Davids out here. Yeah, the smaller ones are probably children. All these smaller ones. There's a John Blair who died June 20th. Looks like he was 58 years old. Doesn't have any dates on it. Our mother, Sarah Angle, died 1870, 82 years old. Yeah, some of these, even if there is writing on, they're not all that legible. Memory of Lydia, wife of Samuel Ross, died in 1844. Some other ones back here. These are probably children, actually. These just got destroyed. There's another John Lawton. There's one up here, even on the stump. Looks like a Sarah Blair. Who knows, maybe some of these they found out in the field out there too. It looks like, oh, even over here. See, these are just, like some of these are just field stones. Not sure if these are grave markers or not. Sometimes the older markers were just like that, just field stones. Seems like there's a pile of them here. I mean, maybe those are just stones that were out there, but they could also have been markers at one point. We've been to other cemeteries like that where they didn't have nice carved and, you know, dated tombstones like these. They were just a field stone. So that's could be what that is. Especially if the cemetery did once continue out this way. That would make sense. All right, I'm loving this quaint little cemetery. See if we can read a few more. At least it's not whatever, you know. At least what's left now is preserved. Like here's another one. This is just a field stone. Really nothing written on this one, I don't think. Let's say Samuel Ross died in 1868. Oh, that's his wife. Yeah, Lydia, wife of Samuel Ross. I'm not sure why they're not right next to each other though. Yeah, so here's a William Blair, age 12 years old. This is one of the children. Who's over here? This looks like another smaller one. In memory of Denton, son of William and Eleanor. Aged Does it say a 3 on the end there? Yeah, 3 years. Or is that an 8? Either way, it's pretty young. Wow. Here's one. In memory of Sarah. Aged 11, looks like. Died in 1841. So yeah, a bunch of these are children. Here's another child. In memory of David. Aged, it's kind of nicked off at the edge there, how old he was, but I guess he was pretty young though. Here's another child. Can't quite make out the first name too well in there, but it looks like they were 12 years old, it looks like right there, because then some of these have nothing written on them. Yeah, but the mortality rate of children back then, it was pretty high. Something we're just not, too familiar with these days. We're kind of spoiled, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm really liking this location. I love the old cemeteries. The setting back here is just peaceful. I mean, there's a chainsaw back behind us somewhere. Yeah. If you're wondering what these tubes are, I believe there's trees planted down in there. This tube kind of protects them. I think that's what's going on here. See a whole bunch of them all throughout the woods here. I believe that's what's going on. So, but yeah, just a quaint spot out here, this cemetery. All right, so like I said, pretty cool location. Just considering the history and the fact that it's preserved. I mean, some of it's not anymore, but the fact that even part of this old cemetery is still here is a miracle in some ways. A lot of times these old cemeteries, they do just get destroyed. I was just talking about that recently with my friend John, the hometown historian, lamenting the fact that, even in recent times, like these cemeteries are, I think, protected in Pennsylvania, but occasionally, a developer or somebody just destroys them in the name of progress, to build a development or something, and if no one makes a fuss about it, they just disappear. So anyway, I think that'll be it though. Like I said, I do plan on, now that I know this is here, I plan on returning, because I didn't really research any of the history of who these people were or the area to do a proper video on this cemetery. It'd be nice to do that. Come back, like I said, in the spring or summer when maybe there's some other activities going on here. Yeah, so I didn't know this place was here, but now I do. We'll keep it on our radar. Awesome. But I think that'll be it. I'll start making my way home. Like I can feel the weather coming in. I know back my way where I live, it's supposed to start raining around 3 o'clock. It's almost 1 o'clock now, and we're further west, so the rain's gonna come sooner. All right, but maybe we'll find another place to stop on the way home, we'll see. But anyway, that'll be it for this little adventure. Pretty cool. All right, folks, thanks for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one, wherever that may be.